Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today I wanted to talk about the crafting glitch that is absolutely dominating Destiny 2 right now because it's insanity out there. You're seeing folks use it in trials to one-shot people and look like they're cheating even though they're not. You're seeing people absolutely melt raid bosses and dungeon bosses, and it's pretty hilarious to me, but I know not everyone agrees. So I'm not going to show off any footage because I don't have any myself of the glitch. I don't want to show people how to do it. You can find it online. It's pretty much everywhere. But for me, this footage is just going to be me getting a wee ran in Relic because I had a lot of fun with that video, so I wanted to use that content anyway. But as far as the glitch goes, Bungie has acknowledged that it's in the game. They're working on trying to fix it as soon as possible. It doesn't sound like they're rolling back any of the items that you're getting while farming with these glitches, but if you don't want to use them, if you don't want to run into people using them as well, then it's probably best to avoid PvP at the very least for this weekend, which is kind of a bummer because Igneous Hammer is a reward in trials. A lot of people are back to try to obtain that because it's one of the better weapons in the game for a lot of PvPers, but again, Bungie has a history of letting this stuff slide. We've seen it in the past with Laser Tag Weekend where they actually gave an emblem for playing when Prometheus Lens was absolutely busted, and Xur even sold it that weekend, which was hilarious. We've seen it with Lord of Wolves as well, and some other times where things were just completely broken, and Bungie can't really fix it in a short enough time span, so they say, hey, everyone go do this. We're not going to ban anybody. We're not going to ding your account for using this broken thing that's happening in the game right now. Go in and enjoy it while you can. As soon as we can, we're going to get it fixed, and hopefully everyone can just enjoy the game while it lasts and just do things for the memes. And I know, again, people are going to be upset. Some folks are saying it devalues like flawless raids and master raids, all that kind of stuff, flawless dungeons, all of those things, and I personally disagree. We have always had glitches, cheeses, and bugs in Destiny that make these things pretty hilarious. Like, there are things that have taken away from the prestige of Destiny content for a long time, so I don't think this is any big deal. Yeah, it's more egregious than we've seen in the past, but the majority of people who have completed Last Wish Raid, who have beaten Riven, have cheesed that final encounter, have cheesed the boss. And as somebody who has done it legit, I don't hold that against anybody. I don't think it's any reason to devalue their clears. If they got 1K voices by doing Riven cheese, that's just the way the game is played. A lot of people are looking for these cheeses. We've seen it since Destiny 1, where Crota was beaten by a lot of people by pulling the plug at a certain time with the Ethernet cable. We've seen glitches like the original loot cave. So in general, this game just happens to have bugs at times. People will take advantage of it to earn their loot, and it's not that serious at the end of the day. It is a video game. It's something that's meant to be enjoyed, to have fun with, and I think a lot of overreaction on the internet right now is from people who just take the game far too seriously, in my personal opinion. It is a time to just have fun, use broken stuff like we saw with 12-man raids when those were around. Obviously, doing those doesn't devalue the clears of those who have done those clears without 12 players, right? Doing a cheesed Riven doesn't devalue other people doing it legit. It's all about personal accomplishment at the end of the day. If you did a solo flawless dungeon, you should be proud of it. You should show off the emblem, all that kind of good stuff. But it doesn't matter how many other people in the game also have that emblem. It doesn't matter if other people have done it. We don't know if someone might have done it for that account. They might have done a recovery. They might have had a friend or somebody hop on and do the solo flawless, and you would never know. And that's the thing, is if you personally feel like you have accomplished something in the game, you should be proud of it. But you don't know how anyone else has accomplished a task, done an activity, or anything like that. So you can't be upset if other people have this emblem and you don't know how they got it. You know how you obtained it. And I think people worry too much about what everybody else is doing, about other things being broken in a game, and people cheesing their way to certain activities. none of that is that big of a deal in my personal opinion. If you don't enjoy a weekend like this, if you didn't enjoy Trials of the laser tag, that weekend, that's fine. Don't put the game down for a weekend. Put the game down until they're able to fix it, and then come back when it's ready. But I'm seeing folks talking about quitting the game forever because of Bungie's response, when this is how Bungie has responded to these types of exploits and stuff like that for as long as I can remember. They'll disable things as soon as they can, but they can't disable all of crafting and everything in the game like that. So that would be probably far too much. They're probably not also going to roll back an entire weekend's worth of loot people are getting. So enjoy it while it's here. If you're so pressed that you think other people accomplishing a task in a game that's as cheesy as Destiny 2 devalues your own accomplishment, then I can't help you. I think that's something that it's just not one of those games that is immensely difficult. It's not one of those games that doesn't have exploits and cheeses for as long as it's been around, and I just find it hard to take seriously anyone who's getting that bent out of shape about this weekend. So I know that's a personal opinion, and I might be someone who is outside of the groupthink on this subject. I might not agree with a lot of people, but in general, go and enjoy a video game, have fun. At the end of the day, that's what video games are here for. They're meant to be enjoyed. You're supposed to have fun with them. And if you're not having fun with it, if it's not enjoyable for you, put it down. It's that simple. If you think other people's accomplishments, what other people earns, devalues what you've gotten, then you might want to look inward and say, okay, what am I doing this for? Do I care that other people see these things that I've done and are proud of it? Or do I just want to hold this over someone else's head and show that, okay, I've done this and you haven't, ha ha ha, I'm better than you? I don't know what the answer is to that for a lot of people, but I just find it interesting overall because, again, at the end of the day, this game has always had cheeses. It's always had bugs. It's always had glitches. It's just the way these online forever online types of games are going to work at a certain point. And if you don't like it, if Bungie announces how they're going to handle it and you're not a fan of that, that's fine. You can be upset or whatever. But I think the wild overreaction this weekend has been funny to watch for me personally, just because I don't think it's nearly that big of a deal. And I've been enjoying playing nonetheless. Again, I'm not using the cheese or the glitch myself just because I don't enjoy doing that type of stuff, but I'm not going to hold it against anybody who does so. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more Destiny 2 content from me going forward, I'll let you guys know when this glitch is fixed and what Bungie announces about what they're going to do with it going forward. But for now, go out and enjoy the game as much as possible. My name is Jopa. I hope you had enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later.
Ready and waiting. Fought like a titan of the first pillar. One minute. You have this. If you get a little carried away, I won't complain. In fact, I encourage it. "30 seconds stand between you and victory. Seconds. End. Sound tactics bring victory.